Right now, authors are canceling book tours left and right if it involves moving in and out of the US, such as any US book tour plans for authors from abroad, as well as US authors doing book tours outside of the US. The most notable recent case being Ali Hazelwood's cancellation of her UK book tour over concerns that she might not be able to return to her home in the US. Now, while all of this involves the trouble at the border with people being turned around or being detained without due process for no legitimate reason that warrants imprisonment, I want to highlight another aspect of this, that is hitting minority authors much harder. So I just saw a post by Graci Kim on Threads. She is a New York Times bestselling author of the Gifted Clans series. She is a Korean Kiwi living in New Zealand, and she has canceled her US book tour. Now, naturally, you might think, oh, it's because of the border thing, but not exactly. So her tours involve a lot of school visits because she writes middle grade books. Unfortunately, this time it has become increasingly difficult to secure school visits in the US for, quote, certain groups of authors. Now, this is from Graci herself on Threads, quote, I have had multiple teachers reaching out to me, apologizing for not being able to host me at their schools, despite their students' excitement and enthusiasm for my books, due to the current political climate. As a writer of Korean heritage with a Korean name and with books that draw inspiration from Korean culture and mythology, my visit could be seen as a diversity and inclusion initiative, and therefore something that could invite scrutiny and challenge from their schools, boards, or authorities. Particularly for literature and books in the US, I think this is even worse than the border thing. This fear that has evidently taken root in people, that anything that isn't not only by a white author, but an author who marches along the party line will be more trouble than they can handle. And to even hear those words, diversity and inclusion, as this toxic thing that people are now shunning is preposterous to me. Diversity is a strength, it's not a weakness. It is akin to an ocean of infinite life forms living in dynamism and harmony compared to a still body of water that goes rotten and stale. So please, in these hard times, remember your minority authors. It's becoming obvious that we're gonna be hit the hardest, and it kind of sucks that I'm debuting a novel later this year. But also, in a way, I am down for a good uphill battle. And most importantly, if you or your children would be interested in a middle grade book inspired by Korean mythology about an adopted Korean American girl using magic to save her clan of Korean healing witches, please go give Graci Kim's books your love.